Yarp.
I think. Oh, there we go. Hey.
Yeah, it's a little over 21 acres for 125,000.
I mean, that's pretty darn good. I mean, the only drawback is that it's hot as shit in Texas.
Yeah. And you'd probably spend double that getting it all cleared or cleaned up. It's cleared, but cleaned up. Dug a well and septic in the house. Yeah.
Yes. Well is probably what 30,000 right now. A good septic system is about 50.
You'd have to bring in a lot of fill dirt to raise your house pad.
Yeah. Hey, Shorty. Yeah, I have a aerobic septic, so it's like air pumps through all these different tanks. It basically turns into like potable water at the back end of it.
Yeah, that's how you have to have it now.
It's expensive though. If something goes wrong, like the whole system would be about $50,000 to replace it if it fucked up. I'm like, oh my god, please don't. I don't want to pee and poop outside in the neighbor's property. I'll dig a hole.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah.
You could probably still do like an outhouse, but like if you wanted a septic system, it has to be anaerobic or whatever
aerobic. Yeah. So like they have the old school gravity types. You know, you can still get those gravity, which is tank fills and then it separates itself out and goes down the line into a leach field. Mine has like pumps and shit in it and like an air pump, circulator, UV light, all kinds of shit they put into it. I don't know. The good thing about it though is that the whole system will probably not go bad. It'll probably just be a part of it. Like I had to change a valve box, so it was about $900 to replace this thing because I guess it froze and it cracked. And it's my last square box disbursement valves, and so I insulated that box a little better now after we got a new part put in there. But it was like filling up with water. I was like, what? Yeah, we're missing the tuner.
Tuna's he is traveling.
Yeah, he's in like another state right now. Where he's in like the state of vagina.
The state of vagina?
Yeah.
I wish I was there.
Always traveling. just got that. He's on your side. Yeah. He's in the west, on the west coast. Something like that.
West of the Mississippi.
Yeah. Did you guys see that the president made like a post on his Truth Social thing or whatever that said, I'm quoting now, it said that Biden was killed or executed in 2020 and everyone else since then has been a fake, and then he put a whole bunch of pictures of former President Biden, like all these different ones up. Like, no shit, that came from a sitting president, like, in the last 2 days.
His team.
Bro.
I don't think he's sitting there doing it. I think he has a team doing it, but still.
But he has to, yeah, but he has to own that. Like, if it comes from his name, like, dude, that's a pretty bold claim.
There is some weird shit. Like, his face has changed, but, I mean,
pull up,
facelifts will do that.
Pull up the picture. It's on, if you just search it on Twitter, what we just talked about, like, you'll find the picture. It's pretty wild. It's the pictures of former President Biden, because President Trump
I put in Biden's face, and the first person that comes up is this dude named Biden, Joe Biden sex face.
Oh no,
that's his name, at Joe Biden sex face.
This is NS not safe for Twitch.
I'm not even gonna click on it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so we're finding that there's some other weird stuff going on. I guess Ukraine
Is it
sent a
this
bunch
one?
of hold on. It's like a grid, a whole bunch of them, yeah. Sent a bunch of drones over and destroyed more than half of the Russian fleet of bombers. And now there's like retaliation being talked about. Yeah, that's the one, I think.
Well, see, like, look at this one. Like, his ear lobe is disconnected on this. But here, it's connected. Disconnected, connected, connected.
See, that's the one thing that
Disconnected.
is really strange to me that I've seen is those photos where an ear is, because that's like a genetic thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
either have that or you don't. It doesn't switch back and forth. So there are some really strange things here that are taking place for sure. Because like if you look at the top and the black and white, yeah, that's a.
It's connected.
Do you think this is happening just because of age? Because your ears continue to grow? You know, because look at his ear
I think it's
size.
because of. I think maybe it's because of facelift. Because look, this one obviously it's after a facelift, and it's connected.
You think you got a facelift?
But yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's why, and it just looks strange, and nobody knows that there was a facelift. But
That one, that guy right there looks familiar.
I like the
And
ball
I think he
chin
had
one.
an island at one point.
I like the ball chin one right below it.
Yes, that's another one.
How do you get a ball chin, dude?
Look, this
Middle too.
straight chin,
Mm-hmm.
ball chin, ball chin, ball chin. There's one there. Straight chin here.
Normal. Maybe that's angle. This is a whoa, dude. That middle one's freaky. He's like, your hair smells good. Smiles.
He's doing a Clint Eastwood impression right here.
Yeah. I don't believe this conspiracy at all, but I think it's entertaining, to say the least.
It's funny.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
See, that's completely connected. That's
I think,
not connected.
yeah, well, that's a huge difference in age, too.
Yeah.
Maybe his skin is
Yeah, I
just
think it's
drooping
because
down. And
I think it's because he's got like clothespins back here in the back of his head, pulling his hair skin tight.
somebody's standing behind him just holding his skin like this. Just, all right, is that tight enough? No, pull a little tighter. Pull a little tighter.
What is it? The first Men in Black.
Oh yeah, what is that?
Your skin's hanging off your bones. Grr.
They got one hand up his ass, moving his mouth, and the other hand is holding skin tight on his face.
Yeah, I think this is just a case of just some maybe plastic surgery and stuff that happened. And age, combination of age too. I mean, your
Age.
skin and everything gets
Absolutely.
looser, and that's probably what this is, and it makes it appear
Can we
that.
talk about the hairline too? Like
I mean, that's people
right
fix
here,
that
this
too.
is pretty young. This is pretty young, and it's fucking
Yeah, oh yeah.
thin
Yeah.
and scraggly. And
I think he had some hair plugs done too at one point.
Good chance.
It doesn't thin out and then get thicker, and then thin out and then get thicker again. You know. I mean, I got nothing against him wanting to do that. If that's he wants to do it, like do it, man. If you want to get a facelift, do it. But it definitely looks weird. I don't believe the conspiracy. I can't believe that's coming from the dang U.S. president saying that. It's just bizarre, dude. Let me hit the disclaimer real quick.
see
So I
if
don't get. What else is going on in the world today?
I don't know. I don't want to scroll too much.
You know, the further you go. Yeah. There was, yeah. So anyway, the other story that's out there is the whole the what are those called? The little quadcopter UAV things that Drones. Yeah,
Oh,
they used
drones.
drones, and they launched an attack on a line of bombers, like a flight line of bombers in Russia, and fucking destroyed them. A lot of them. I don't know how many. I have to look really quick. How many bombers did Ukraine destroy?
It says right here 40 to 41.
Destroying
Rocket
around
sand.
40 strategic bombers, dude. Tu-95, Tu-22, M3, and A-50.
Yeah.
The drones hit 41 bombers stationed at several airfields, including the Balaya Air Base in the Irkutsk region. Bro, that is insane. If they don't think that they're going to answer back with something like that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be freaking devastating. Whatever they answer back is going to be.
Yeah, it might be bad.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a false sun in fucking Ukraine for a moment. Sadly, I think that's what this is devolving into.
It's gonna be the lake of Ukraine. The Ukraine
Well,
Sea.
It'll be green glass. Yeah, 40. Reports indicate the Russian army carried out 7 missile strikes and 472 drone attacks on Ukraine, resulting in 12 deaths and 60 injuries. They're calling it Russia's Pearl Harbor. First of all, you can't say that.
No,
It's cultural
not
appropriation.
bullshit.
Man.
It's not the same. Okay. Definitely not the same. I would say it's. I mean, it was multiple airfields, wasn't it? Like I said. I don't think their initial reaction, Russia's initial reaction, is just going to be left to this, 7 missile strikes thing. I think it's going to be far worse than that.
I say they could just go in. They send Putin in there and just start judo throwing everybody he sees.
He does like MMA and shit, doesn't he?
It's a black belt in judo.
Yeah, I mean judo, whatever, but I mean he was
So
like
he likes to hip toss people.
yeah, feed him to the hogs. Yeah, he was wasn't he like KGB for a long time too before he became the president over there?
Could you imagine like if that's how we settle wars? It's just like an MMA fight between world leaders.
That I think would be
Russia would
fair,
probably
dude.
win. Russia would probably be running the world right now.
Well, maybe. I think maybe fair. That's just how they settle a dispute, not necessarily what determines who gets what and when. Like politics does, right? That's all politics is who gets what, how much, and when. That's it. Nothing else. And they're all liars and frauds, no matter what. All of them. Every single last one. So I'm not picking on anybody in particular. When I say all, I mean all. All the way down to mayors and shit. They're all fucking crooked, dude.
All the way down to the clerk at the fucking county office.
County clerks, man. Yeah. Yeah. They're all horrible people, dude. They're terrible.
That guy that's picking up dog shit on the side of the road that's working for the county.
Yeah.
Corrupt.
You know what I've been pondering a bit lately, and I don't know why it's been coming to my mind, is I never I know what my job is, right? I get that, okay? But I never who all consented to be governed by all these people anyways? Did you? I didn't. We don't get a choice. We get a choice, but it's majority, right? But what if you don't want them to be you don't want to be governed by them? You don't have that choice. I feel like you don't.
It's called revolution.
You're just trapped. More fights could solve problems. I mean, fist fights, dude. Yeah, actual cage matches and shit.
Yeah, they say violence doesn't solve anything. It solves everything.
People that say violence doesn't solve anything has never picked up a history book in their entire life and read it and understood violence is how we are here today doing what we're doing. It is literally all violence, every last bit of it. Throughout human history, nothing but violence.
Yeah,
So
the reason you're here today is because your ancestors
yeah, dude,
were
committed
the
violent.
toughest.
Yeah,
Yes.
they committed violent acts on people. Yeah, I think you got a point there, Ro. I think if we just did like a hey, let's solve our dispute by just a good old fashioned scrap, you know, 1-on-1, none of this gang violence shit, just straight up 1-on-1. You know, put the terms on the table obviously ahead of time, and then that's what it is.
UFC could be like our new negotiation table.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're
But
right.
you see it even in UFC. Like sometimes corners jump the cage and a brawl happens.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Well, it definitely couldn't be boxing because we know that shit's rigged.
It'd have to be MMA because that's the closest thing we have to like actual hand-to-hand combat.
I think so too. Or maybe like duels. Maybe we should bring duels back.
The night fights.
No, I mean like a pistol duel. Like you're back to back, you know.
10 paces.
Alexander Hamilton.
10 paces, turn and shoot, like
Yeah.
duels, old school. Like they did in the Wild West and stuff, you know. Even though it was like illegal, I think they still did it. Dueling. That would be maybe that's a good way to solve problems.
I mean,
they should also bring back public executions.
Sell tickets.
In my opinion. Pay-per-view.
That would be if they sold tickets to like public execution, that would help the deficit.
I think it should be on PBS. Yeah. It should literally be on PBS. You know what would happen is people would stop doing stupid shit. Like, oh God, they're going to kill me, dude. I can't do this. They'll stop.
Get Mr. Rogers, howdy neighbors. Today we're going to execute this piece of shit.
This is what he did. This is what they did. And then, oh God, I did that like 3 days ago. Fuck. No, I really think that they would definitely turn people away from doing dumb shit anymore. Like a lot of people, you know.
You can have like America's Most Wanted, but it's like America's Most Wanted, not anymore.
like the first one could be that woman who killed that other woman on a jet ski.
What was that story? Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that.
It was in Dallas, Texas. A woman hit I think she was like 19-year-old and ended up killing her on a jet ski and fled.
What did she hit her with?
They caught her like jet
ski.
So it was 2 jet skis?
Like with a wave
runner.
runner.
No, the one that died was guess she was just swimming.
Oh shit! So she like hit her with her jet ski and it killed her.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And then she ran and they caught her like 2 or 3 days later.
Did she do it on purpose? Or did they think that she did it like
or
it was
kayaking?
Premeditated or something? I mean, or is it just like
I don't
it's a
think
homicide?
Just an accident.
Like a manslaughter charge or something.
Oh yeah, it'll be manslaughter.
Speaking of, man, my kid's mom was coming to pick up my son, and she could see her. She had to walk here from down the street because there was they blocked off the end of our street. Our street tees off into another street, and they blocked off that street. Detectives, cops, and everything. And last night while we were gaming, she sends me an article that 37-year-old was found dead in his front yard, shot.
Like right down around the corner?
Literally right around the corner, yeah.
Holy crap. Did they say what happened?
Just a red car seen leaving the area.
It's like gang related maybe?
Either gang or cartel, yeah, probably, maybe.
Gang or cartel, yeah.
Because my first thought was maybe it's ICE.
Oh shit.
Or it could be cartel. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, ICE busted like a roofing company kind of nearby me. There was, I think, 30 something people they picked up.
Yeah, she was an 18-year-old girl kayaking
Oh,
and
yeah.
was hit by the other woman with the jet ski. Killed her.
Jesus, man.
2 suspects fled, and they're from Venezuela.
Really?
Hmm.
Like, are they legit citizens or not?
I haven't seen anything.
Not that that makes it any worse or any
Well,
better.
put it
But,
this way: they were apprehended by ICE.
oh, well, that says something there, I guess.
I thought it was Tyler County sheriffs.
But they turned them over, maybe?
Probably
Yeah, I guess
turned
an
them over.
article or something that they can get info off of.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man. Not that it's not any worse or better. Like either way, this poor girl has lost her life because of somebody's stupidity. Regardless of whether they're here legally or illegally, it's still really sad.
And it's sad because like jet skis are fun, but
They
people
are,
who
man.
have jet skis give jet skis a bad name
That's like people,
because they're always D-bags when they're on a jet ski.
motorcycles,
Yeah.
bicyclists. I have met, I've rarely, the ones I've met that are actually, legit, they're cool, are all motorcycle riders, and I serve with them. They're all trained, they're all careful, they don't fuck around. All the rest of the dudes on the street, I don't know what the fuck's going on with their heads.
Yeah, you can read it
But
if you want to.
I was just trying to see like what the info was on it. ICE apprehends Venezuelan woman who fled the scene of jet ski accident and killed woman on kayak at Lake Grapevine. Damn. So is she was May 25th. She collided with a kayak occupied by 18-year-old Ava Moore, resulted in Moore's death, and then she fled with her passenger. Hindering apprehension, investigation unfolds. More state charges could be filed. Criminal alien and her boyfriend will account. Oh. Well, that says it right there, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This criminal alien and her boyfriend will account for the tragic accident that ended the life of a young woman who exhibited enormous potential, said ICE and Removal Operations Dallas acting field office director Josh Johnson. ICE Dallas remains steadfast. Wow, man. That's nuts, man.
Mm-hmm.
Both are in removal proceedings pursuant to the policies of the Immigration and Nationality Act as aliens present without admission or parole. So they are in the United States illegally.
Mm-hmm.
She entered the United States illegally in 2023 without inspection or parole by an immigration officer. Damn. That's shitty. That whole story is shitty, man. Whole story is shitty.
Yep. That's her.
Yeah. People will make the argument, I mean, it's a valid argument. If she wasn't here illegally, it probably wouldn't have happened. But that's the what ifs,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if she was here legally, it still would have happened.
Probably.
If
Maybe.
all the other circumstances line up,
Yeah. But if we were to ponder the what ifs, we could always get to it again, I think. It's pretty sad though. Unfortunate for her family. Oh man.
Who would
I
be the
don't know.
second one up? Selena's killer.
Selena?
Yeah.
Like
She would be the second one publicly executed. Sold tickets to.
The
Like
18-year-old that died real quick was an Air Force Academy cadet candidate.
man.
Mhm.
Oh
So
yeah,
she
I
was a
do remember hearing that.
candidate. She was a candidate to go to fucking Air Force Academy.
Man, and that's tough, man, because that is
That's
that's
tough.
cream of the crop people to get picked for that. You know, like you got to be, you're here to get in the military. You got to be like
Mhm.
enlisted, you know, here for an officer, and to get into an academy, like that's even harder.
Much harder.
Damn. Do you think? Oh,
That sucks.
Bean said maybe if they would not have ran, they could have rendered aid and saved her life. Maybe. Like, what happened? She just get knocked out and drown. You
I don't
know,
know.
that would be really shitty if she
I
was like,
couldn't find like specifics on how she died, like what the actual cause
yeah.
of.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
getting
possible.
hit with a jet ski, man. That's
It's possible they could have rendered aid. You know, if it.
possible.
What if she was like her? She was
Just
alive, just unconscious. You know.
yeah, just unconscious and drown.
Yeah. That's really fucking sad, man.
Most likely most likely she had some broken bones, probably some internal injuries. You get hit with one of those jet skis and it's does some serious damage. That's a lot of weight with
Yeah.
two passengers on it. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
or with two people on it. It's pretty rough.
Oh man. Yeah. What do those things weigh? Well, probably what 800 pounds, 700 pounds.
Let's look.
Probably.
Jet ski.
I'm
That's
sure that some are different. You got those big like 3-passenger ones, or like the
yeah.
big fishing ones. But even then, like say a normal 2-passenger one, gotta be 700-800 pounds, right?
Well, a
300
motorcycle.
to 950 pounds.
A motorcycle
Yeah,
is around 600 pounds, I think, in it, like a crotch rocket or
That's
yeah,
something.
dry weight of
yeah. But
a
I'd
jet ski.
say 300 pounds for that. That's probably more on the lines of one of those stand-up jet skis,
Yeah, or like a single seater, maybe.
because those are like 200 or 300 pounds. I know, but
Oh, we had one. We had a stand-up one that we could launch, you know, out of the back of a truck, just
truck,
one person.
yeah,
Yeah.
I bet it was probably around a 600-pound machine.
yeah,
Pretty
especially.
pretty average
Mhm.
two-seater.
Recreational models weigh about 400 to 800 pounds.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's just dry weight because they do take on some water, put them in water.
Well, and
Yeah.
Then you
fluids,
add the water
fuel.
weight, fuel,
Mhm.
passengers.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
it's
got
probably
two
about 850
passengers
pounds.
on there, what, 150, let's call it easy, 150 pounds, 160 pounds per person. I mean, that's 1,000 pounds coming at you at whatever speed, you know,
Yeah,
20 miles an hour, probably, maybe
dude.
faster.
Even if it was on the lower end of 375, 400 pounds, or whatever, plus two people on it,
Yeah.
That's another
you know,
200 to 300 pounds.
That
yeah,
momentum is,
300 pounds.
yeah, it's the momentum piece.
Mm,
That's
That's
crazy, dude.
bad. It's all bad.
I mean, I imagine it was likely, it wasn't done on purpose, right? But at the same time, it's still really sad. It wasn't like some of
Yeah.
these other people that literally like, went out and actually meant to take somebody's life that have done it. That have come over here and weren't supposed to be here and then ended up killing somebody. Like on purpose.
And
That's really
and you don't know if
terrible.
alcohol was involved, obviously.
Yeah.
Impairment.
Yeah, because it was Memorial Day weekend that happened.
Oh yeah.
So it was probably some alcohol involved.
I feel like it's way
Probably
more
the reason why
dangerous
she ran.
being out on the water like that on those holiday weekends where people are
Oh yeah.
boating and drinking and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's real dangerous.
Dude, countless boats sink, countless arrests,
Yeah.
DUIs,
Oh yeah, I bet. Out here is,
accidents.
dude, people are stupid. Like they're literally idiots because they'll be out here in gale storm winds, and everyone will know like we're gonna have a windstorm. You usually know a couple days in advance and what the peaks are gonna be, right? I'll look out in the water and there'll be a fucking tiny little watercraft out there. I'm like, you are stupid. And then also we'll get news reports of like, either search and rescue had to go rescue people off their craft, or Coast Guard had to go out and get somebody because for whatever reason, because of they're out there stuck. Like, you
These
guys
idiots
are
don't
stupid.
realize those waves, even in a sound, like
Yeah.
even in the sound, and you got bad weather, those waves are huge.
They are, man. Like the white cap out there.
Yeah.
You know, they're probably 3-4 foot waves, but they're continuous, and the currents through a sound are just insane.
Are insane.
Like
I've been on 5 foot plus waves on Lake Mead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam and Sam Rayburn.
Because it's a big lake. There's large
Whitecap.
open areas, and I've been on 5 foot waves, 6 foot waves.
Oh yeah, dude, it's super fucking dangerous. And why they
so
decide,
dangerous.
like, why they go out there, I don't understand. You know, like, what are you doing?
Well, not only that, you get first time boat owners.
Yeah, never take.
Don't even know how to.
They don't take
how to
their
launch
class.
their boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like out here, I think you have to have a license to even operate
Boater's
a boat
license.
out here.
Yeah.
Most places
Most
are like that,
states
aren't they?
anymore. Yeah, most states I think are implementing that.
Which I think
I
is
know
fair.
here. Yeah, I know here to rent, a lot of these places that rent them, a lot of them, it's like mandatory. Like they won't even rent it to you unless you have it.
Yeah. Yeah. What were we saying, Rebel?
When I was a kid, I had to take it, but my mom's best friend's kids, he's maybe 2-3 years older than me. They didn't. They had just that age. Like I was the cusp of that age gap of having to have a boating license.
Yeah, and when I was in San Diego, you had to have captain's license to rent anything from, like, we rent a sailboat from the base, and one of our guys had to be like the captain, had the captain's license and all that, went through the classes and was the legal operator. But yeah, out here too, I mean, I just don't quite understand why people are out in these little tiny boats on the water, and I mean, it literally looks so dangerous out there, you know. I mean, it's white cap and the trees are bending over, like it sounds, you know, horrid out because it's gusting 50 miles an hour.
Well, they think it's fun. They get out there on a jet ski and you got these big waves and they're like, oh, it's fun, let's go jump some waves, until you get swamped or, you know, fall off.
Yeah, and if out here, like, it's not that, like, the water's, or it's dangerous, you could capsize in a small craft, right? The wind, small craft, current. The other piece is if you end up in the water and you're just in a life vest, you basically got 15 minutes before you're hypothermic. Because the water out here it barely hits like 50 degrees. I mean, unless you're like conditioned to swim in that kind of water for periods of time and you've been conditioning yourself, like, you're going to get hypothermia and probably drown. And most people that end up in the water like that do, and they find them somewhere down the sound.
It's
like
so cold
your
that they
parents
drown
are
instantly
crazy.
because as soon as they hit the water, they gasp.
Gasp.
Yeah.
Well, they have, you know, like Skep said, even if with a vest.
Yeah, you need a wetsuit, a pretty thick one, or a dry suit. You know, wear a dry suit, and then maybe. It's cold as shit, dude. You know?
Recently, the world's seeing why you should have a fucking boating license by notorious D-bag Jack Doherty.
This guy is such a piece of garbage, dude.
No. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jack, actually. No. Oh my god.
Did he just hit somebody else's boat?
A yacht, yeah. So he's at the wheel. See, he's at the fucking wheel, at the throttle. Instead of just throwing it in reverse, he jumps to the front of the boat and tries to stop it with his feet.
Jack.
It looks like the back of the
Michael, give him
boat.
give him mine.
No, it's the front.
Oh, it is.
No.
Hold on,
The
so
other guy's motors.
what did he? I can't
Hold
even
on,
tell what's going on. It's so close and like I see he's in his boat, but I can't really tell like what he hit.
Hit
Jack.
somebody else's boat.
Jack, actually.
Well, yeah,
No.
but
No. Oh.
he hit the back
Oh.
of another
Oh my God.
small boat,
Oh my God.
smaller boat.
It's cause it's still in.
Are you really gonna run off, bro?
No,
Like much damage.
he sent one of his lackeys to go and give him his information and shit.
There isn't, but I have to film. I'm gonna fix that. I know. I don't know how to drive this thing. Yeah. I don't know what that was.
You fucking.
I don't know how
dipshit.
to drive this thing.
Oh, bro, this kid is so annoying. I wish he could get canceled. Was he canceled yet? Like that dude
Probably
is a
not.
complete waste of fucking carbon material, man.
What's worse is though is like people like teenagers that are gonna grow up and become adults think he's cool.
They do. It's sad, and they want to be like him.
Yeah.
I want to be a content creator when I grow up. I want to be a influencer.
manage OnlyFans girls.
Oh my god. The guy is. Ah, man.
I don't even know who the fucking turd is, so
First of all, like
I'm good.
these women are doing their OnlyFans or whatever. Why can't they manage themselves? Why do they need some whack job like that kid to manage them? Like, how did he convince them? One thing, are they really that stupid? I feel like they can't be that stupid.
Yes.
They gotta have some kind of brain. I get like they're doing that kind of content. but
Have you seen those that he dates?
no,
They're that stupid.
are they? So he
They're the
easily convinces them to.
fucking dumb blondes.
He easily convinces them to give them a percentage of what they make on OnlyFans, so he could manage them. What a fucking dipshit, dude! That guy is conning people. Seriously, he needs to be turned into lawnmower oil.
I think he needs to go. I
He's an
think he needs to
internet
do
pimp, yeah.
Sean Strickland.
It's legal. It's pimping. You're right, Shorty. Absolutely, internet pimp.
I think
POS.
he should totally go and try to stream with Sean Strickland and say, "Hey, maybe we should spar a little bit." Sean, yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
that
let's-
would be great.
Yeah.
Let's go quickly.
He's the
We need
dude
that
that
bully beatdown to come back.
the one that I saw of him that I immediately disliked this guy is it's a video of him like walking through a mall and he's got bodyguards and he's over here like doing this whole on people walking around with his arms out like he's some big bad dude when he's got bodyguards around him and literally no one. He's just taunting people. He's taunting, but like that shit's so
We don't
annoying,
need
bro.
bully beatdown. We need content creator beatdown.
Content creator beatdown, yeah.
Have you guys seen the
Kid-
one
kid
dude
beatdown.
that's in like where's he at? Is he in South Korea? Is that right? No, he's in the Philippines.
Johnny Somali that we've
He's in the
talked about him
Philippines?
before. Yeah, no, it was
There's
South Korea.
another guy. There's another guy who's like facing prison time. He's like in the Philippines or something. I can't remember his name.
I know Johnny Somali's facing jail time and
like 30 years. That's crazy.
Vitali.
Vitality. Yeah, that's his name. Vitality. Yeah.
Vitali, yeah. And that was just for like
He
harmless
stole-
pranks.
He
Really.
stole he stole somebody's like motorbike and tried to steal his gun, a law officer's gun. Fucking yeah, dude. This
Okay,
guy
yeah,
this guy is gonna go to prison too. I'm laughing because deserved. 100% deserved. Both of them. They get what they're I hope they get what's coming to them. I really do.
For real.
Johnny Somali is facing jail time in South Korea.
Yes.
He got some military streamer in South Korea beat his ass,
Was
and
that
then I think he got arrested or something. And another, I don't know his name, but another military man here in America is
yeah.
paying for his fucking bail and shit in South Korea because
He
I
did
mean,
like
he did fucking community service
a bunch of shit. And I thought
all
he was
over this.
facing like 30 years or some shit like that, dude. He came into court like drunk. He did some other dumb shit too. Like I mean, talk about a waste of just flesh, dude. Seriously.
And to think this dude's Johnny Somaly's 31 years old. He's old enough to know better. He's not one of those like young kid just fucking
He's a dipshit.
being dumb. He a grown ass man.
Dude, I know, I hear what you're saying, but there's a lot of dumbasses that are old too, you know?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them. That guy is just like a walking Darwinism or whatever the fuck. There's a natural selection. This needs to
He's
run
the
its course.
poster board of why child safety should not be a thing.
Yeah. You're like, should we buckle him up? Nah. Should we put him in a car seat? Nah. It's hot out. Do you think we should bring him inside? Nah. Just crack the windows. That's literally what his parents did. He's probably brain damaged.
Should we like anchor the TV to the wall? Nah.
Yeah.
Let them pull it down. They
You know,
only do it once.
you know those little clip, the little elbow L clip they give you on the back of a tall dresser to secure it to your wall so your kid, when they climb on it, it doesn't fall on them? Yeah. Nobody puts those on. Nobody installs those.
No.
Just like let it fall on them. They'll learn their lesson the first time. It's like touching a hot stove, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta burn
I think that
yourself.
when I was a kid, I remember crawling underneath my mom's ironing board and the hot iron falling down onto my back.
Teach you. I'll teach you not to crawl under that
I was
shit.
only around it one time.
Touching fire. Yeah, once you learn the fire's hot. Yeah. This kid can't learn, dog. I feel like he doesn't learn. Like, what is he doing? He's doing it for clicks, likes, and views. And I mean, his complete self-worth is all completely revolves around clicks and views and likes.
That's anybody's now.
It's terrible.
Because of social media. That's everybody's fucking motive.
They don't value themselves or other people anything more than that. And that's really bad. It's sad. There's so much more, guys. So much more.
It used to be like, you know, you would be self-conscious. What do other people think about me? Now it's like, oh, they're just fucking haters.
Well, and if I did this, like, would it hurt somebody else? Or, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody else when I'm doing this or whatever I'm doing. Like, you know.
That's why Jackass was so good, because they only hurt themselves. They didn't go out and put other people in danger.
They agreed to, like, play pranks on each other. They play pranks on each other. And sometimes they got some pain, you know?
I blame Candid Camera. Way back in the day. Candid Camera was the start of all of this.
Was it Girls Gone Wild too? Is that what the other one was? It started the like obsession with what they call them, models. They're not models.
Was the other bum fights?
Selling sex online, bum fights.
Mm-hmm.
I think I watched maybe one video of bum fights somewhere. I don't remember where it was. It was a long ass time ago though.
I used to watch something called Felony Fights, and it was people that just got out of prison that would just meet up and fight each other. It was back in the Kimbo Slice days and shit like that.
I saw some videos of Kimbo Slice in the backyard brawls and stuff, like backyard fist fights. I saw some of that before he was ever like in the UFC and stuff. And I was like, holy shit, Kimbo Slice is going to the UFC. What? I saw him in a fight in a backyard where he hit this dude and his like eyeball popped out, dude.
Jesus. Oh, the bouncer with the dreads.
Yeah, his like eyeball was out, dude. It's insane.
Well, Sean Gannon was
fucking Tuna.
What is this?
Was Tuna? A cop that fought to Kimbo and beat him. He was Kimbo's first loss in the streets, but he was a cop, and then he ended up getting called up to the UFC to fight. He had like 1 or 2 fights and lost both of them.
He's saying hi and then bye. Okay. Okay, bro.
Hi, bye.
Bruh. That's funny. Thanks for
Dude,
posting.
But
The kids. these
Kimbo's
days,
son is now
fucking
an
bro.
MMA fighter. Goes by
Is he?
Baby Kimbo. Yeah.
Baby
I
Kimbo?
think he's in PFL.
Is that Premier Fight League?
Yeah.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye.
Well,
Love you.
it's PFL and Bellator are now like one thing.
Oh, they are?
Baby
Oh, he's
Slice,
out
I
and
think
about.
his name is.
Baby Slice. Oh.
Kevin Ferguson Jr. Yeah, he's in Bellator and PFL.
Oh, I don't even know if I've seen him anywhere. Is he
tiny
good
compared to his
too, or
dad.
is he's not roided out like his dad was?
He's not roided, no, but he's cut.
Yeah. But not like
Pictures.
Kimbo roid cut type shit. Doing that guy was 100% fucking. See, he looks like he has a pretty natural kind of build. You know? He's not excessively large.
He's 3-3-1.
Okay. Yeah, if
He was
he
supposed
was
to fight bare knuckle against Bryce Hall, but they canceled that fight.
really,
Sounds like he needs to train some more.
yeah.
3,
Are
3, and
those
1.
what are those? Is unofficials or amateurs?
No, his amateurs are down here. He only had
Oh.
one Tommy Brink.
So he had 3. He did a little 3-1 run, and then he's had nothing but L's after that or cancellations. Damn, that sucks. So he hasn't won.
But
He hasn't won a
man,
fight since 2018.
See, he started his pro career in Bellator.
Bro, he hasn't won a fight since 2018, dude. That's 7 years. Maybe
I don't even fight.
Maybe you should hang it up. Leaving y'all up in the background. Have a good night. Loves ya. Love you too. Thank you.
I can.
We probably got like 20 more minutes anyway. So
Yeah, I won't be on next Sunday either.
what you got going on? Shit, fuck that up.
We'll be leaving.
Ooh. Oh
for
yeah,
vacation
I'm gonna be leaving too. I'm gonna be
next Sunday.
Yeah, driving out to Wyoming for like 2 weeks. I'll be back on the 20th.
Lies.
No,
You're part of the conspiracy, bro. Wyoming is not a real place.
Look, listen, it is a real place, man. I
Prove it.
promise. It's part of the last frontier, like Montana. It's
I'm not asking you, AG. Have you ever met anybody from Wyoming?
No.
So I'm just
Not
sitting here non-existent. Is that what's going on?
No,
Bean.
see,
Okay. Bean. You ever met Bean? You know Bean 4789. You know him?
Yeah, he's part. He's one of your cohorts. He is.
You
Part
think
of
it's
the
a conspiracy?
Yeah,
Bro, Wyoming. Yeah, I have a good friend who lives in Casper. See, Cam knows too.
Casper's a ghost, not a place. Sorry.
It's real, but don't go there. Okay, I can kind of agree with that a little bit. Like,
It's real, but don't go there.
the nicer places of it are definitely like, northern part, maybe northwest-ish. And even then, it's just so chock with tourism, it's really annoying. Like, I'm a tourist basically now when I go back. Pretty much. For the most part, I don't know. It's part of the last frontier, but like, there's nothing, there's a lot of wide open places and very low population.
No, I've seen Star Trek, The Last Frontier space.
You know what I'm talking about, dude.
So,
In the United
like-
States. It's not Alaska, but it's like Montana, Wyoming, Alaska. Everything else is all populated with, weirdos.
Well, so is Alaska. So
It's true.
It's true.
I've seen Alaskan bush people. I know.
That's all set up and fake,
All
dude.
weirdos.
That shit's fake. Those people
They're all
aren't
weirdos
there. That's all fake.
My buddy from work, guy I work with, he used to play with one of the kids play COD with one of the people from Alaskan bush people.
Yeah. What'd you
His
do
friends
playing
online
COD
used to play COD.
as a bush person? Hmm?
So he,
Well, now
Yeah.
now they live in the lower 48 now.
Yeah. I like the dude that he was like a dude, he was like a lawyer or something. He recently stopped doing his YouTubes.
Oh yeah, that I didn't care for him.
I
His
like this
face
stuff, man.
turned me off. I just
Well, I mean, what
hate
were you
looking at his
wanting
face.
it to turn you on?
well, no, I mean, I just didn't
Like,
like
you mean the
looking at his
opposite?
face. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't-
there was some
wait
like
a minute.
stuff that was a little annoying, but like it's just, but his stuff that he did was pretty cool, like pretty impressive. Living out there or camping out there in the wilderness in Alaska, like that's pretty impressive shit.
Yeah.
Building shelters. It was pretty cool.
have you seen that kid Will Survives?
No.
He's pretty big on TikTok. And he is a rapper, and he's fucking hell of a good basketball player too. But he was on public land
Mhm.
or state property land or whatever, built a cabin, got caught, had to clean it all up, pay a fine and shit. And then he moved to Arizona on somebody else's land, but they bought the land during COVID, so the transfer never really quite happened from the previous owner. So they got kicked off that land, the owners and Will. So now he's living in West Virginia with Nate Petrosky. What he does is just builds fucking
He's just
Uh, bushcraft cabins
Dude,
out
bushcraft
of
is cool,
pretty
man.
pines and stuff.
That's like some of my favorite content on YouTube is bushcraft content.
There was a show on recently on Discovery Channel. It was the bushcraft build off, and they'd have like two teams of people, and they'd build like these cabins in different places.
Yeah.
It's nice. It was
I-
cool.
I just like the ones that are just silent, and they don't say anything. You just watch them like build shit out of nothing.
Yeah, and then you see like fucking excavator tracks in the background, and
Well, no, the ones I watch don't
Some of
have
them
that
look
kind of
fake,
stuff,
yeah.
dude. Like I'm particular about that. What I'm watching for those, because I mean, some of them are just too, they're too modernized for real bush. Like, bro, I don't want to see you using a hammer and nails. You know what I mean? I want to see you like lashing shit and tying it off and making rope and fucking getting
Wood
mud
peg.
and clay and heating it up in a kiln, making your own bricks and shit like that. Like I like that kind of stuff. You built your fire, from like a stick and a piece of reed or something. like I like the legit like caveman techniques, man. That's what I like.
I do. I love
'Cause
me
you
some
learn a lot.
bushcraft.
You can learn a lot, dude. You can learn a lot from that. Like,
That's what the longest time I would like studied the local Native American tribes here
Mhm.
because like they made it before society. Like they thrived on local medicines and natural remedies and shit. They knew what to eat in the area. So I was like, if anything ever goes to hell and we get thrusted back into that type of scenario, it's
Mhm.
good to know. So I was studying all that shit.
you can get like
For this
books.
area.
You can get books for your local local areas on
Yeah.
the wild things you can consume and what's safe and unsafe and things like that. Like there's a lot of wild stuff out here that you can consume that a lot of people don't know. It's
This here is 2 crates of nothing but survival gear.
Mhm.
Like 4 foot by 2 foot crates, 2 of them.
Under that
That's how
blanket.
deep I got into. Yeah, There's,
Oh,
I don't know if you can see it, but there's.
I mean, we see a blanket. Oh yeah.
There's 2 of those, just full of survivor gear and
Body parts.
bug out bags and shit.
Yes.
I always watch the videos of that guy
those
who
are under
like,
the bed.
survived in like the snow.
That's the guy.
He always does like the
Alaskan
snow
dude.
survival shit.
But he does it. The guy up from Alaska.
Skinny, kind of nerdy looking guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that guy.
With his kids.
Sometimes his
Yeah,
kids would be in there.
sometimes.
Yeah. He was. Dude, you could learn so much from that dude's channel, man. Like, there's another channel I like to watch too. It's called something know how. It's something know how. I can't remember. Anyway, he buys a car that hasn't run in 20 fucking years or whatever the case may be. And then he trailers it back. He buys it cheap, trailers it back to his house, cleans it up, and then like gets it to run. Like, he'll take seized motors and break them loose and get them to run and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
It's called No Nonsense Know How, and I enjoy his content too. It's really good.
I recently
Just
got in.
watching
I
it.
don't even know who it was, but on my For You page, there was a guy he bought a military generator,
Mhm.
the ones that are on a trailer and shit, and it didn't run. It wouldn't stay running. And so he went through it and went through all the wiring and shit on camera and figured it out, fixed it. That was pretty interesting. People in the comments like, "Hey, my favorite show is back on."
This guy.
Oh, which guy? Vice Grip Garage. Yeah, that's the one, man. No Nonsense Know How. Yeah, I like watching his content. It's actually really good, and it's like the length of about a TV show. And you just kind of like, dude's a really good mechanic.
Yeah,
Clearly,
some of his videos range from 40 minutes to hour and 20
yeah.
minutes.
It's like you gotta sit down and watch for an hour. You know,
Yeah.
dude's got a family, a little dog that's hilarious, and they got a new baby and stuff, and it's kind of personalized, but at the same time, like, he's not annoying. He talks through what he's doing and somehow makes these cars run, man. I don't believe it. Sometimes I'm like, holy crap.
Some of these old vehicles are fucking sweet.
Yeah.
There's a show they need to bring back. It needs a revival big time. Remember that show Junkyard Wars?
Junkyard Wars, yeah.
That needs to come back. That was a hell of a good show.
I do remember that one. Yeah, that was a good one too. But yeah,
That was one of the shows that we'd sit down as a family and watch when we were kids. Well, teenagers.
Yeah,
Subscribe to that.
the stuff that I like now, I like watching, Primitive. I think it's like Primitive something. He does bushcraft. Doesn't have a lot of videos come out, but they're really good when they do. There's a few others. That No Nonsense Know How. I like watching Kill Tony. Shit's hilarious. And then I watch Asmongold sometimes because he's fucking hilarious too. And then what else? Just friends that post stuff. I watch their stuff too. But
I like your
like how
new
we-
post today.
What's that?
I liked your new post today.
That's pretty funny, huh? You should pull
That woman was
pull that
geeking.
shit up, dude. Pull it up.
That woman was geeking. Like, she was
Joe
on some fucking.
Robinette.
Robinette. Okay. Bushcraft guy? Okay. Check that out. Joe Robinette. Robinette, whatever. Bushcraft.
Robinette.
Okay. What is this? Oh, here we go.
Adventures in the outdoors.
This video. Me at 45 years old after catching a W in casual.
That woman is so high on coke, it's insane.
She's tweaking, dude.
That's
Oh,
a That's a Coke jaw for sure. That's Coke lock jaw.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody on coke look like that.
I've experienced it.
Special.
I see people on like speed acting like that.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
Coke is more like
special.
over to the side a little bit.
Hmm. The other guy's all
Yeah.
normal, just walking by, and she's like all hardcore.
That makes it more funny too. That dude just walks by, and she's just still going.
She's going hard, dude. She's going off.
That might be the Molly too, though.
That
Look
could
at
be
the
Molly,
pupils.
yeah. Molly face
I think
after
that's what that is.
coming up or after their little.
Just look at those pupils. Holy shit!
Yeah, dude. Just nothing but people. She's showing the
That's
tops of her
Molly.
whites of her eyes. That's how I know she's insane. See the top part of her eyes above the pupils and stuff. Yeah, when people show
Yeah.
that to you too much, they're crazies.
Mhm.
You hear about like what is it called, like seppuku eyes or whatever? It's like women or people, not women, but people that have too much of the bottom part of the eye showing die young.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's like a Japanese thing.
Huh. Never heard of that.
Nope.
They die young because of the way their eye is?
Senpaku eyes.
Oh, yeah, we gotta see what this is. I know what Ozempic eyes are. I saw a picture today of Simon Cowell from before compared to him today, and he looks like he's been on some kind of weight loss drugs. He just looks he looks greasy, and I don't know. It looks bad.
And I'm sure he's had work done.
Oh, probably, yeah. Maybe he's got some eyeliner on too. It just makes it look worse.
Bad luck, misfortune, or even death, or crazy,
See?
mental illness,
Yeah.
psychopathy.
Sanpaku eyes, so it's the bottom or top, visible above or below. Yeah, there you
They're
go. There's the
showing,
perfect
like-
example right there on the right of the Charlie Manson. Crazy. Crazies. Wait, what? So normal is a little bit of coverage on both. So
Yeah,
there's
see, like,
yin and
these-
yang. Yeah. There's some crazies in there, huh?
Well, no, I'm just saying these people died young,
Yeah.
tragic deaths.
I
They
think
all
they're
had the bottom showing.
I think the ones that show the tops are psychos.
Yeah.
The bottom I'm not as concerned with. I don't really see them as like a dangerous, but people that show the tops of their eyes like they just look dangerous as fuck. They look crazy.
Like that one?
Yeah, I do. When people are like talking into cameras and doing this and their eyes look like crazy eyeballs, like you just look crazy.
Psycho.
like they're not doing it on purpose. They're just doing it as part of how they are. They're just whack jobs.
Look, he's not really showing it there, but he still looks crazy as fuck, though. He's
Yeah.
not showing anything tops or bottom, but he's still
Yeah.
He
fucking
just
crazy.
looks fucking psycho.
Can we take a second just what a natural beauty fucking Princess Diana was? She was a good looking woman. I was too young to appreciate it back then.
We were all too young.
Yeah, bottom parts don't freak me out as much, but definitely the tops. Psycho stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing it there a little bit.
Let's find some more crazy eyes.
Yeah.
How old would she be today? She'd be 63 years old. April 23rd.
And probably still would have been.
60.
Crazy Eyes from
5.
that TV show. Yeah. There you go. There's Crazy Eyes from that Orange
I
is the
love
New
this
Black
meme.
show.
I love this meme right here, and it's like
He went that
the
way.
underneath it says "looks okay to me."
Yeah. Looks good to me. That's what it's like playing games sitting close to like a 40-inch screen.
Yep.
Crazy.
Princess Diana would turn 64 July 1st.
She was pretty young, huh, when she died.
Yeah, isn't she part of like the 25 club or whatever?
I don't know. Let's look at that real psychopath eyes after that.
36.
She was 36?
36.
Jeez.
She died in 1997.
She's young. I do remember it all happened when it happened. But...
Yeah. Yeah, because you probably graduated high school around that, right?
98, yeah.
98?
Mm-hmm.
97, I would have been, a freshman, sophomore?
Somewhere around there.
Depending on when it was. Yeah. So I graduated 2000.
You know what else I don't understand is the obsession of Americans with the royal family. Why do Americans have an obsession with the royal family?
I have no idea.
That is weird.
It's weird to me too.
So
The
bizarre.
fact that there's still a royal family is kind of weird in general.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of countries still have royal families.
Well, not with one that has like a democracy.
Well, in
and an
general,
oligarchy.
the whole concept is just bizarre. Why have other humans elevated this one family above all the others? Like they're just meat bags, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, I never.
Like
gave a shit.
they're no more important than any other person. You know?
Nope.
Some people just put them on a pedestal and idolize them. Like that's weird.
It's one thing like I never could get on. I get the bloodline.
Got that woman. If he wasn't a royal, he would not have been able to get.
I don't know, man. Perhaps.
This isn't TV where the ugly husband and the hot ass wife.
I don't know.
But you got to think too, in the 70s, 80s, in the 80s, or even mid early 80s, it was different time also.
Yeah.
Like attractive men and women back then are different than a lot of people think is attractive now.
True. I mean, look at Tom Selleck.
Yeah. He was like, what, a heartthrob in the fucking...
Oh, dude, all them dudes. All them dudes were.
All them. Yeah.
It was that
He's
look.
still not a bad looking dude.
Yeah, it was the look. That look was
dude,
like,
but it was the look.
The 70s, 80s look that dudes had.
Yeah.
It ain't the same like that anymore.
Now it's like you gotta shave chest. No, actually, it's coming back. Like a hairy chest, it's coming back now. But
who knows?
For a while, it was just fucking have to shave.
I mean, the dude has
disgusting.
The dude has had a stellar mustache his whole life. So
forever.
Yeah, the mustache man.
Absolute stellar stash. They do look alike.
Wait.
Don Fry. There you go.
They do.
Who's who? Who's who?
The one on the left is definitely Tom Selleck in both photos.
Who's who?
The one on the right is Tom
right.
Selleck.
Yeah, right. They got to be related, bro.
For real.
They say that Don Fry and Dan Severn are just different evolutions of Tom Selleck.
They do look very similar. Maybe it's the mustache. I don't know. Don Fry was a
Yeah,
big motherfucker, man.
He was a
Dan
big
Severn
dude. Yeah, but
looks similar to
he
him as
doesn't
well.
look as much like Don Fry
Yeah, Don
and
Fry
Tom Selleck
does.
could absolutely be like
Yeah.
illegitimate brothers, like stepbrothers or something. Because
Yeah.
it's pretty
It is
close.
scary how close they look.
Don Fry was definitely juicing though.
Oh, sure.
I have a picture of myself with Don Fry.
Yeah, I think you put it in the Discord at one point.
I showed you. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you put it in there at one point. Yeah. Good.
Freddie Mercury too, though. Freddie Mercury looks like a mixture of.
But he had like a
these two.
skinny head.
Yeah. He was kind of a scrawny dude.
Even before the AIDS.
Mm-hmm. He had like a different, like his mouth shape was strange too, like messed up.
Yeah.
Shape in general.
I think that's why he could sing so well. Though somebody said something about that because of the way
Maybe
his like jaw and teeth
reverberated off
and
his teeth.
roof of his mouth were all shaped that gave him that unique sound.
This fight right here. If y'all have not seen
I've seen it.
Takama versus Don Fry, go watch that.
Where they just sit there punching each other in the face
They
nonstop.
grab each other by the back of the head, just wail on each other for like fucking 30 minutes. It's insane.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go. Shoot.
All right. Should we
All
call
right,
it?
boys. Yeah, let's wrap this thing up. Call her a day.
All right.
Get on up out of here on stuff.
Love
all right, y'all.
Mean it.
Yeah. Have a good
Later, skaters.
rest of your week.
Probably won't be seeing y'all.
Yeah.
Probably a couple.
Next week.
Yeah, probably a couple weeks.
Probably 2 weeks, and then we'll be back. Unless Tuna and you guys want to run it.
We won't be here. Neither of us will be here next week.
Yeah.
I might not be either. It's my niece's birthday.
Yeah.
And then the weekend after that, who knows? And that's only if Tuna can run it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll be out of town, so we'll see ya. We'll see y'all soon. So, all right.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Love you. Mean it.
I don't mean it.